Hey guys, welcome back to part number 16 of the My Team career mode. Quick thing, are we going to do some activities? Yes, we are. Let's do some... what's going to be the best? I'd say we go for driver promotion filming. Otherwise, we have got R&D. We can't do any currently on the Aero, because the department capacity has been reached. The chassis, we are waiting 14 days to get those heat dispersing wheel rims, which hopefully will give us a chance to have more unlocks, which are the plank and the one which I believe is there, the tyre blankets. Powertrain upgrades are completely done. We need spec 2 and we're going to leave the powertrain because we do have the best powertrain on the grid, and durability. We have just had a durability come back, so what we're going to do is we are going to do some MGUH improved materials. So very, very limited R&D this episode. As you can see, we are currently the 6th best team on the grid, just ahead of Scuderia, AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin, to be fair. 4 upgrades going at the moment, but it's a very, very close battle. Otherwise, engine parts all look good, apart from the CE, which may need changing after this race. Other than that, everything looking pretty decent. Gearbox wise, the gearbox is only 43%. Sponsors are looking good. I'm going to have a look at the driver perks here. We do have 5.2 in the bank, and with the drivers we are looking for, I am looking at these 4 drivers, like I said in the last episode: Gasly, Sainz, Leclerc and Perez. So which one could we do? We could do power mapping, I believe. So we're going to do, we're going to go with power mapping, which means engine wear is reduced. That's going to be good. In this episode, things are changing. We are going to be doing a 25% race and short qualifying. This is mainly one because I want to improve the amount of content I can do on YouTube as well as the quality. And second reason is I just don't have enough time with a full-time job and trying to balance social life and a personal life in order to do that. So hopefully you guys can understand that these videos may be shorter, but they'll still have about the same amount of action, as the race will still have a start, climax, start, middle and a climax. But yeah, here we are. We have a marketing department activity. A journalist has just been in touch itself. The intent of publishing an article about it sounds like it isn't going to paint in the best possible light. That's simple. That's the team claim goes down by 1,000, or yeah, let's decline it. Let's decline it. So team acclaim will go down. Stay as level 12, so that's all that matters. There is a R&D back, which is a durability, which was the MGUK improved materials. Now we do have more durability, which we can do. Obviously we have general wear, MGUK reliability, MGUH, ICE. We have energy store and control electronics. So at the moment our control electronics isn't the best, so we will get that done. All these upgrades look like they're going to be coming in after the Australian Grand Prix. So at the moment, 4 coming in. We have 1st November, 8th November, 14th of November and the 16th of November. So yeah, we got the Mexican Grand Prix, which did happen yesterday by the time I am recording this. No, day prior, 2 days ago, so when I was recording this. So Max Verstappen currently extends his championship lead. Can we have a surprise results finish after what happened in the USA? I'm not hopeful, but that back straight could be good for our car. So as you can see there, a lot of front aero upgrades have been done after the American Grand Prix. Looks like a slight chance of rain during the race. Otherwise, not too much happening. As you can see here, Bottas does leave. Oh, and it is the aero where they're going to be affected. Right. Straight away, we're going to adapt these parts as much as we can. I think we might be able to adapt all the parts. Look at that. Already all the parts are adapted. We'll have to adapt that DRS mechanism, but we have just saved all our parts right there, right from the get-go pretty much. As you can see here in the chart, we are on the same level as Aston Martin, AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo. We all have the same type of car. Hopefully we can get back into the points today. Championship is 15 points, so very similar to the IRL battle. So hopefully we will have a good race on our hands today. But yeah, let's head into practice, see what we can do here at Mexico. First practice program is done with a purple score. Did graze the wall there, but car does feel very, very nice. Activating the DRS lace and having ERS, we get a top speed of 208.7. No setup on the car at the moment, so a little bit understeery, so I'm going to have to add, I'd say, a little bit less angle, a little bit more angle in order to turn in. It's not turning enough, but car feels nice. Around the final corner for the fuel saving practice program. Just about to get a perfect time. There we are, optimal fuel usage, I'll take that. Coming down to the line, do we just about get it? Yes we do. Purple though, purple. Very nice. And here we are for qualifying. 18-minute qualifying, short qualifying, so it means 3 flat-out runs. We do have a lubrication system full. While this is happening, I will show you the setup I've got. A 610 on wings, 70 on the on-throttle and 55 on the off-throttle. Standard suspension geometry. 4.6 on the suspensions, 8.8 on the roll bars, and 3.7 on the ride heights. Brakes are 97 on the brake pressure and 56 on the brake bias. Front tyre pressure is 22.6 and the rear tyre pressure is 23.1. Right, I think we go up for a run. I think we go up for a tyre run here. Down to the line. Take the inside line. Say 14.9, which puts us, as Verstappen just pops up out of nowhere, puts us into P5. But yeah, first lap done. A 14.9 is very respectable, and Verstappen's out. This is a weird glitch there, Codemasters. So currently sitting in P10 after everyone's set laps. That's very good. Verstappen obviously out. 14.9 I think is possibly going to be one of the closest we're going to get. P10 is probably where we're going to have. But there's always room for improvement. I'm going to go for the end of the session, do 1 lap then, because I don't think we'll find any more major improvements. Here you are, you join me at the end of qualifying. Let's see what we can do here as we go down the start-finish straight. DRS open. Obviously a bit less fuel this time in the car. Not really getting any pull whatsoever. Currently sitting in P11. So if we do qualify here, we do get the alternate strategy. Coming down to turn 1. Going from 8 down to 3rd gear, clipping the inside apex, good. Just getting off the throttle around these left-right chicane as we accelerate out there. DRS open with 0.06 of a second up, 600ths of a second up. Coming down here, not 3rd gear, it's going to be 2nd gear as we slam onto the brakes, get the turn in. Don't need to flick it down to 1st, yes we do. To accelerate out of here, still up by 600ths. If we get around here, gone a little bit wide there, up by 0.2 of a second now. Carry on down here into 5th. Trying to keep the car as stable as we can through the S's. As we just about make an amazing save on the car there. As we keep it going though, we are down at the moment. So we might not actually find any improvement. Let's see what we can do here during the stadium section. There we are. We cannot actually find any improvements. And we messed up the last corner there. We are going to come into the pits. And that's the end of qualifying. It was a good run, but we messed up at the end. Lando Norris getting P2. What a qualifying for him. The 4 drivers we are pretty much looking at. So Perez, Sainz, Ricciardo and Leclerc doing well. Gasly, I wasn't watching Ricciardo, but Gasly doing well in P9. We just dropped down to P14. Only lost 0.2 of a second. So if we managed to get that improvement, we would have been P10. We are going to be doing the alternate strategy. Let's head over to the race and see what we can do.
Welcome along to the most popular city in North America and home now to the Mexico City Grand Prix. It's a sellout crowd as usual here at one of the shortest circuits on the Formula One calendar. So who, I wonder, will the crowd cheer on today to the top step of the podium? At 2,285 metres above sea level, the thin air of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez poses a unique challenge, not just to a driver's skill, but to the efficiency of their engines as well. 17 corners make up a lap of this 2.6-mile circuit, and you can expect incredible speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and overtaking too into the hard braking zones of turns 1 and turn 4. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Perez, Carlos Sainz, and Fernando Alonso. Gasly, Tsunoda, Vettel, and Lance Stroll. The real deal, Giovinazzi, Kimi Raikkonen, and Ricciardo. Russell, Leclerc, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Nobuharu Matsushita and Nicholas Latifi. Mazepin, Ocon, they've taken a grid penalty. Mick Schumacher and Max Verstappen completes the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
So, some grid penalties yet again do help us. We are starting P11. I'm going to quick check the tides around us. We could start on the medium strategy and be the only guy who goes for the alternate strategy. And I feel like that's what I'm going to do a sort of Sergio Perez type race. Let's come in on lap 7. Let's put 0.7 of fuel over, which is the tradition for us. And yeah, let's see what the formation lap looks like. So just checking if there's any wheel issues. Doesn't look like it. We have access to all gears. That is good. That is good. Okay, the tyres are, for some reason, so much more difficult to warm up when you're in Mexico. I don't know what's about that, but I'm just struggling to get any temperature into them, really. You can see there, already sliding. We're not even racing yet. Temperature has finally gotten into them, 79 degrees. Sort of minimum of where you want to be. Just sort that back out. Try and get a little bit more into them. 80s. Yeah, that's good. Now I have got to remember tyres will wear at double the rate due to the fact that I'm doing 25% rather than 50% races. As we sit on the grid here waiting for 5 red lights, I wonder if our powertrain is going to have an advantage over everyone, considering it's such a long straight down the first corner. It's the 5 red lights and away we go. There we go. Lights are out. And we get a bit of spin there. Overtaken by Antonio Giovinazzi and Kimi Raikkonen. Brilliant start for both of them. As we keep going here, it's going to be tough to try and keep it clean. Keep our nose clean to the first corner. Go around the outside of Tsunoda. We're going to try and just keep it clean. That's all we've got to focus about. We have to take to the grass there. We are tapped by Stroll there. He tapped us again for good measures. Lance Stroll getting a little bit dirty there, getting his elbows out. We're going to sit behind in his slipstream. We're going to go to the inside of Lance Stroll into turn 4. Down to turn 5. Stroll is still on our outside. Well, our inside, sorry. We do get past Stroll now, up into P9 from P11 on the first lap. It's been an okay first lap so far. Go down to 5th gear. And now the race sort of calms down. The only problem with Mexico is the overheating issues, which are apparent IRL, so I don't think there's going to be many overtakes this race. Big snap out of there.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere
Doesn't matter if you've got the best powertrain on the grid.
Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
If you've got someone like an Aston Martin who's got better aero package than you, he will get past you. We're going to hold off on the ERS. Lance Stroll does have that front wing damage from tapping us, as we're going to have to hold it around the outside here, as Lance Stroll does push us slightly wide. We are going to get back up through the chicane though, into where we need to be. This is the first time in many, I think we're going to have to defend Lance Stroll coming through here down the main straight. Easy move for him. We're going to tuck him behind, try and take him back around the outside as he slams on the brakes mid-corner there. Lance Stroll does. Causes us to take evasive action. I don't know if we have any front wing damage there. And now we have Kimi coming at us. Use some more ERS here. Going to show Kimi the outside line. Yeah, Lance Stroll slamming on his brakes midway through the corner there. Dirty driving from the Canadian. Big slide out the last corner. We're just about to keep DRS. So we're going to activate it down this straight. And look how much we close in on Lance Stroll here. 0.9, 0.8, even down to 0.7 here. On the brakes. We just got to try and keep with him. Another snap there. The lower aero getting affected by the altitude that we are here in Mexico City. 2.3 thousand meters above sea level. 2.3 kilometers above sea level. Air is very thin, meaning that the area that we have on the car will work less than it should do. So a track like this, even the Red Bull will feel like it's got less downforce than it should. We have another chance to close in on Lance Stroll here. Another personal best for the race. Activate ERS and DRS. We're not going to be able to get him into this corner. We might be able to get him on the second straight. We're going to save some ERS here. We are closing in here. 0.3 of a second. Now into 0.25 of a second. We do have the speed advantage over Lance Stroll. Obviously with these tyres going a bit further than the softs. The soft stint is pretty much coming to an end now. Lance Stroll defends the inside line. We're going to keep going here. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. We're going to extend it. We go a little bit too deep there. The Lance Stroll is still on our outside and we get the move done. Audacious dive from us, but we get in front of Lance Stroll now. Hopefully these tyres, which are currently sitting only on 20%, probably got another, so we've been through half their life. Hopefully we can keep these tyres going. Everyone else pits in. We can create a bit of a gap to the rest of the field. And hopefully we can get high points this race, maybe P7 or above.
The gap to the car ahead is...
Lance Stroll trying down our inside here, taps us. And he will have DRS, Lance will. Been very dirty this race, Lance Stroll has. As we try and get Kimi to get through. We have no DRS, there's no point in us even trying to fight this. Kimi going for Stroll here.
Okay, we've lost the position.
So we've lost 2 places there. Trying to follow through. We do tap Kimi. Stroll yet again slamming on the brakes mid-corner. Not really what you want to see, but we have just lost 2 places there. We did have a little bit of a slide. I don't think we have front wing damage. Let's have a quick check here as we break down here. I'm going to have to check after this little corner section. No, we do not have front wing damage, which is good to see. But yeah, we've got to try and get back in front of Kimi and Stroll. But obviously they are pitting in, but they are holding us up at the moment. So let's hope we can get back through. Okay, let's see what our powertrain can do here. ERS activated. Obviously DRS will be as well.
1 second a lap faster. 1 second.
1 second a lap faster. I think we do have slight damage then, because our car doesn't really want to turn in at the last corner. Can't close in too much. Obviously we do close in on Lance Stroll, getting into the braking zone though. Close in on both of them here. Just worried I'm going to go into the back of one of these. As we come out of this corner here, ERS activated, DRS activated also. We are closing more and more and more. We're going to send a dive on Kimi. Just about keep it on track. Kimi pushes out wide a little bit. Going to go around the outside of Kimi here. This is brilliant wheel-to-wheel action here. Activate the ERS. Going to give Kimi the room as we go down to the place which you don't normally ever take. That is us back into the points here. Perez onto the hard.
Pit window. You'll be on the
Interesting
softs.
from Perez there. We do have Raikkonen coming through now. Going to save some ERS. Kimi's going to go here. We're going to activate a little bit at the end. Going to go back up the inside of Kimi Raikkonen. Give him the space. Get back onto the racing line. Brilliant defensive driving from me here. I'm really liking how I'm driving. Obviously, Vettel and Stroll still need to come in. Everyone in front of us still needs to box and behind us.
Our gap to the car
Aside
in front
from
is
really
1.7
Valtteri
seconds.
Bottas, who does come out in P9, so I think Bottas could be winning this race unless Lewis has a brilliant pit stop here and be on fresher tyres. It's interesting seeing Perez going onto the hard tyres. So, could be a call which could work for Sergio. Not going to work in my books though, I don't think. Just got to keep pushing on. There's Stroll going in. Are we going to come out ahead of Lewis Hamilton? There he is. There is Lewis Hamilton. He's come out ahead of Valtteri Bottas,
P3.
which is good to see. Lewis also goes onto the hards. So, hards could be the way, you know. Softs might not be the way to go in this race. So, we'll get DRS. No, we won't. If we come in now, we come out in 18th. Having soft tyres will be a great advantage at the end of the race, but if I come in now and strap on a set of hard tyres, would that mess up my race? Highly likely. So we're going to keep going like this. Put on a set of softs on lap 12, which I believe is when we're coming in. Lap 11 to lap 18. So we're coming on lap 12, strap on a set of soft tyres, and go to the end on them. And there's yellow flags behind. That is for the Alfa Romeo. That could be a potential safety car, and it is.
Which has resulted in lots of
That means I'm going to box this lap.
The safety car is being deployed.
And I am going to put on a set of soft tyres to go to the end.
Okay, we can take you
So as we see here, there is Antonio Giovinazzi. But there is also Nobuharu Matsushita, so it looks like he's collected Nobuharu in the process. So, not the best there. Nobuharu gets moving again. It looks like just a damaged front wing for Nobuharu Matsushita. But yeah, this means that we can come into the pits
slow down.
and not lose any time, really.
Which means you are too fast.
Come into the
Reduce your
pits now.
pace.
As we come in, we could potentially come out a lot better than what we expected. Obviously, no front wing damage. These tyres, this safety car is going to last maybe 2 or 3 laps. So that means that now we could potentially have a good chance of scoring high points here.
Go.
Obviously, we'll come out, it looks like, in P9. So rather than P18, we're coming out in P9. And these tyres are fresh, man. These tyres are fresh boots. So we could be on for some good points here.
Nobuharu's dropped out of the race.
I just heard there confirmation from my engineer. Nobuharu is also out of this race, so only one Toyota remains. Safety car in this lap. Control electronics is now 75%, so we're going to definitely have to change that for next race.
There is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car
5% on the tyres. Tyres are up to temperature. We're going to put a bit more temperature in these back tyres with a little wheel spin. As we get ready to go racing again, qualifying mode is going to have to be engaged. Soft tyres, low fuel, and there's a chance for even higher than P7 this race. As we go. Do we get a good restart here? Activating ERS down the straight. These guys just a little bit better on the restart than us. The Stroll has dropped out from where we were. So using ERS. Keep using ERS. Keep using it. Keep using it. As we're going to look down the inside, we're not going to be able to get a move done there. Just have a quick sight down the inside. You can see everyone pretty much going in a train here. I'm going to have the worst bit of dirty air going at the moment, due to the fact that I am at the back of this train. Using some more ERS here, we're going to look down the inside of Fernando Alonso. Can we get the move done here? And as the car has a little snap on us. And that is a spin in the back for a driver. I didn't see which driver it was. Now on the back of Sergio Perez. Daniel Ricciardo is now out of the session. Maybe that's what happened at the back. Try and catch that quickly. And here's what's happened to Daniel Ricciardo. Doesn't look like damage related. It looks like an engine failure right after a safety car. Unlucky there, Daniel. Yep, so engine just goes up in smoke. Very unfortunate there for Daniel Ricciardo. I don't think there will be a safety car because he's parked safely. But yeah, Daniel Ricciardo out of this session. Unfortunate for him there. Having a look at Checo here, going up his inside. You have to go off track a little bit there. But we get up the inside of Checo there. We have the bollard stuck under our car. You could hear from the vibrations there. But we do get in front of Checo now.
Fuel remaining. Some information on Norris. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
An issue for the other McLaren. Lando Norris also has an issue. This could be a potential. If he can hold people up, we could potentially get a podium here.
Green flag.
Lando Norris will hold up cars here. But I don't think he'll hold up anyone anymore due to the fact we're on this long straight. Maybe in the corners we can close in a bit. But Lando Norris with an engine issue. Not what McLaren wants to see, especially with Daniel Ricciardo, who's just retired. If the McLaren do not have a double DNF. And it is Carlos Sainz behind him, who is his ex-teammate. As you can see here, we're getting all over the back of Sebastian Vettel here. He's defending the inside. We're going to also look to the inside as Sebastian Vettel pushes us and keeps pushing us. We're going to take the inside line though. Vettel is still there, so we're going to have to give him some room. We get up into P6 there. Past Sebastian Vettel, and the podium is in sight. Next up is Pierre Gasly here. ERS activated. Gonna look on the inside. Yeah, moves across and brakes super early. Come back off track. Can we hold a P5 here? I believe we can. I believe we will keep DRS on Sainz as well, which is good. ERS activated out here. Lando Norris doesn't have anything to do with ERS or DRS. We're going to activate it here. He's going to get swamped by Carlos Sainz, I do believe. We're running low on ERS and DRS here. Maybe Lando can defend into the chicane. I don't know. He is still alongside. Sainz is alongside him. Norris is trying to switch back here. We're going to try at the inside of Lando here. Up into P4. And Lando has spun. So race is going worse to worse for McLaren here. Next up is Carlos Sainz. Can we keep within DRS of Carlos here? We're going to activate some ERS down here just to keep the DRS. Closing, closing, closing. Now we're going to slam on the brakes. We're going to save it. We are going to save it. And we might have to save the overtake for the last lap, as due to the fact that we do not have much ERS, but our DRS and powertrain could help us very much here. Up to 40% ERS. We're going to activate ERS now up until the DRS zone. There is a potential here for a podium for Toyota. This DRS is activated. We're going to have to stop with the ERS. As we look to the inside of Carlos Sainz, we run in a podium place towards the end of the Mexican Grand Prix. Oh my word. Obviously we will get DRS as well, due to the fact we did pick it up on Carlos Sainz. We're going to have to defend with all our might now. I'm not using any ERS whatsoever until this last lap, so that we can have as much as we can. I need around about, I'd say, 60%, which I think we will get just about. Here we are, last lap. It's not quite 60%, it's 55. Does he have a big snap there? Tyres are starting to die off. We're going to have to use all the ERS we can.
Final lap of the race.
Can't let Carlos Sainz have this position. He's going to be able to get past us here. We are going to stick alongside him. We are going to stick back in behind. We're going to look around the outside of Carlos here, who does the brake on us. We're going to go back on the inside. There's contact between the two drivers. We have damage, I do believe. But I believe so does Carlos.
Taken some damage. You may start
It's the underbody that has damage. So does Carlos Sainz. But for your first podium, you're going to fight to all your might. Even if that does mean getting the elbows out and getting a bit dirty. Keep going here. And you can just tell we do have underbody damage. Carlos Sainz right behind us. I believe Sainz also has damage as well. Look at that, we've got to flit down to 4th there. We can't take this section as quick as we once were. We've got one DRS straight to defend from Carlos Sainz. So we're going to activate all the ERS now. We're going to burn it. We're going to burn as much as we can. We're going to burn as much as we can. I don't think Carlos Sainz has enough to get past us as we keep going here into the stadium section. Come around, the fireworks are going. We're going to come round here around the final corner, and we're going to come round to finish on the podium for Toyota in Mexico. What a race for Toyota!
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had. Congratulations to the whole team. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
I need a big sign on my head telling me to unmute my mic after the race results, but as you can see, P3 for us, absolute amazing job. 15 points in the championship, which could be crucial towards getting a bit more funds in the actual Constructors' Championship for the 2022 championship and the development of the car. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I've been Amplux, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.